Guys, how do you feel about these dollar store toys? How do you feel about the old dime store toy? We were kids. We had these um, dime stores that our parents would take us to. I know my parents took me to the dime store, and I would get a chance to pick out a toy. They were cheaply made. There wasn't much to them, but being a kid of the 1970s, any toy was was worth its weight in gold in my household. We didn't have a lot of money. We didn't have much of anything as far as that. We had the bare essentials, things that we needed to survive, and I was reminded constantly of that. When I was growing up, that toys weren't as important as food and clothing and things of that nature, heat. So, and I say that because as we look at some really cool toys here, I got a bunch of toys from the Dollar Tree, Dollar General. And I buy these toys because of the very fact of what I just mentioned to you guys. This is what I grew up on. This is what I am accustomed to having. This is what reminds me of a really cool childhood. Cool motorcycles, different colors, $1. And now Dollar Tree is not even $1 anymore. It's like $1.25. I think they went up on their prices. But that's what I purchased these toys for. Cool aliens and creatures. Only cost $1. Robots. The AC RM. $1. 99 cents. But you get these toys. So I did a video as I'm looking at these Final Faction toys. I did a video, and the video got a lot of interesting comments in the comment section. Some people will question why I purchased these dollar store toys. Some people reminded me that there are people in sweatshops. There are people that are being underpaid, grossly underpaid to make these toys. And I share with a lot of those people what I just shared with you guys. These were the toys that I simply remembered purchasing, my parents purchasing for me, a poor kid from the 1970s. They didn't have much. This is where we shopped at. This is all we could afford. And I know some people say, well, now M.I.B, I mean, you can afford, as we look at my Sharper Image, a very expensive RC vehicle. Well, you can afford more things now, more expensive toys. Why purchase these guys? And once again, I say my response is because of the simple fact it's from a childhood, a really cool childhood. Fun memories as a kid. As you can see, I purchase everything. These mermaid figures. I'm not a completist, but yet I guess I am because I have a ton of these. Just for the different outfits and the colors, the different everything. It's really fun. Do you shop at the Dollar Tree and purchase these toys like this? What's your take on that? As we, this is not so much as a rant as it is just a topic of discussion. I wanted to take the proper time before I made this video and really putting all of my thoughts together on this, because I don't want to be insensitive to a lot of people's beliefs. But this is a toy channel. This is a video here that's geared at discussion, discussing topics of this nature about the toys that you see in my museum. But I really want to highlight some of the people's frustration, because they have a right to be frustrated. Everybody has a right to their opinion. But I would like to highlight their frustrations about the dollar store toy, the dollar toy, if you will, and why people shouldn't. I was told, don't purchase these, don't buy these toys, don't do it. When I told you how I felt, how do you feel about that? And then if we're going to, and I'll take it a step further with that question, I'm going to play devil's advocate here. If you're not, so if you feel that way, let me word it like this. So if you feel that way about the dollar toys, what about the Five Below toys, the toys that cost $5 and below? Is that in the same bracket? And I'll hold on one second. I'll grab a few toys that I got from Five Below. Hold on one second. And we are back. Here are some very dusty toys. Yes, guys, I got to get down and dust a little bit more in the museum. This is really dusty. This is my emergency room nurse action figure. I got this, a couple years ago, I believe. Pandemic. It's a pandemic toy. But I got it from Five Below. It cost about $5 and some change. And here's my BTS doll from that the boy band group. I think you've seen this guy on one of my videos before. $5 from Five Below. What's the difference between the $5 figures and the $1 figures? Do you feel the same way? If you feel that strongly about the dollar, not buying the dollar store figures, do you feel the same exact way about the $5 action figures or toys? How do you feel about that? I want to hear that in a comment section. I want your response and your take, the discussions to kind of flow freely in the comment section about that. It's just a question. It's not a trick question. I'm not trying to trick anybody. We're just asking an honest question. I'm curious. If you're that passionate about not wanting me to purchase this motorcycle that I got at Dollar General or Dollar Tree for $1, do you feel the exact same way about toys that cost $5? And where will it end? That's my next point of reference. Where will it end? Toys are made all over the world. Mexico, China, Europe. So I couldn't begin to tell you where this Sharper Image vehicle, this toy was made at. But I know it's well over $50. But do you think that the people that made that vehicle in a factory, do you think those people were paid accordingly? That's the question. That's the question for a $50 toy. That should be the same question for that you're talking about a $1 toy. And that's my point, guys. It truly will never end. That take will never end. That take is it will can be applied to a $5 toy, a $50 toy, a $1 toy. Unless you're just buying the toys purely because you enjoy the toy. You enjoy how the toy looks. You enjoy the fact that the toy is really cool. And ultimately, because we're all collectors, because we love toys. So it's just, to me, I've always said this, it's a really slippery slope, a really sticky topic of discussion when you get into things of that nature, political things, questions and discussions like that. I try to, like I said, I really do try to veer away from those topics. I was compelled to do this video though because people really wanted to know my take on it, and I've been asked several times in the last 6-7 months about the dollar store toys, the very inexpensive, cheaply made toys. And as cheaply made as this emergency room nurse is, it's just plastic, very light plastic too. It's not much to this action figure. But as cheaply as it's made, it still has a certain charm that reminds me of my childhood. Toys that I grew up playing with, toys that my parents could afford for me. We talk about the people that are making the toys and that can't, that are may or may not being paid properly in these factories, but at the same time, we leave out the millions of parents that can't afford to buy a $60+ vehicle, or a $70 action figure set. And the prices, I could point to other things in my museum that are extremely expensive, but you get the point. We leave all of those people out when we bring up or we isolate certain topics of discussion. This is all, literally, this is all my parents could afford to buy me when I was a kid. These little dime store trinkets, as my aunt used to say. God rest her soul. A bag of marbles that only costs 50 cents. So it's just one of those discussions that I felt that we really needed to kind of touch on, and I wanted to get your take on it, because Final Faction is a big deal. It's a big deal to a lot of people, and they are sold in Dollar Tree, I believe. Yeah, Dollar Tree for $1.25. And I have like I said, I have the entire first series, but I'm not too crazy about the second series. But will I stop shopping at the dollar stores? No, I'm not. I go in there from time to time if I see something I like, and that's the key word, guys. It's something. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. Something that I like, I'm going to buy without all of the political, attachments to it. I'll probably lose some subscribers over this. But guys, I got to be honest with you. But I really wanted to address that with this video. I mean, because like I said, in that case, where do we draw the line? Like I said earlier, where do we draw the line? A dollar toy, a $5 toy, a $50, $60 toy. Where do we draw the line at? Where can you draw the line? Are we just going to buy from companies that we feel are extremely safe and all of their workers are well paid? How do we do? I mean, how do we find out all that information? And listen, I'm asking that not to be sarcastic. I'm really asking that question. I want to know. If you have all those answers, leave them in the comments section. And you say, hey, M.I.B, if you want to buy cheap toys, I know a great place where you can buy cheap toys at. Just don't buy them from Dollar Tree or Dollar General or Five Below. Buy them from store X or store Y. Okay, then, you know what? I'll give those stores a try. Leave that information in the comments section. I want to know. So it's not like I'm unwilling to work, to work with that. So it's really a sticky situation though, guys, because when you get into, don't buy that toy because it's produced by, it's produced by this company. They don't pay people. It's cheaply made. I don't like the political background of that company. Don't buy that toy. Don't buy this toy. There's something connected to everything. Well, what toy can I buy that's safe? That's the question. And I guess that's some of the rant too, right? I said I would do a little ranting in here, and I guess that's a little bit of the ranting aspect. Guys, I like toys. You like toys. We all like toys. I like cheap toys. You guys think because I have thousands and thousands of toys in my toy museum that I won't buy or purchase a dollar toy. You're wrong. If I like it, I'm going to buy it. And why? Because we are a toy museum. That's what we are, guys, a toy museum. You're going to see toys in here that you've probably never seen before. You're going to see toys in here that you've had when you were a kid. You're going to see toys in here that reminds you of your great childhood memories, things of that nature. Cheaply made toys, expensive toys. Your thoughts, guys. I could go on and on, but I just wanted to cover this. I want to give you guys a chance to respond. Let's talk about it. You know the routine, guys. God bless. Stay safe and keep collecting.